you guys should know this, man. I'm always going to be 2, 3 days late about a situation. I might not even upload it at all, but this one, I think I had to react to because I think you guys can already see in the background. Lil Tay, Little Tay, Lil Tay, however you say. I don't get what type of accent you have. Listen, Lil Tay is someone that, quite frankly, I have seen since I was 12. Because I think she got popping. She was young. It was 2015, 16 time. I was around 12 around that time, and apparently she's 3 years younger than me because she just turned 18 because of the whole OnlyFans thing. So that would make her 9. That would have made her 9 when I was 12, and I was watching her. I thought she was goofy, but it is what it is. At that time, it was more of a thing where her parents, most importantly, I think it was her older brother that was directing the way she was moving and everything like that. And obviously, you see that, and it's like, yeah, well, she's 9 years old. She probably doesn't even understand what she's doing. All right, cool. She comes back like a couple of years later out of nowhere. Oh, my mic is. You guys should be able to hear me now. She comes back like moving like she was moving in 2016, 2015, and she decides to go the route a lot of female content creators go. Like, she resorted to OnlyFans. That's what I'm saying. You know, what's her name? Bad baby, bad baby. She did it. Yeah, she turned 18. She immediately went to OnlyFans and made millions off of it. Yeah, and Lil Tay did the same thing. She made 1 million in 3 hours apparently. Listen, this is another problem as well. One thing is obviously knowing them, and they're obviously baiting people to go buy the OnlyFans. Talk about some, oh, I'm freshly 18. Oh, buy my OnlyFans, that crap. But bro, we need to talk about the weirdos, the pdfs, yeah. That, bro, how are you waiting for a girl to turn 18 to put money on the account? And she made 1 million. I wonder, like, I wish there was like a some kind of statistic to show how many people put money for her to have made 1 million. How many people? How much money did people give on average? Because this is scary. This is very, very scary. In my head, I've always thought, like, bro, what goes around comes around, right? Back in the day, it was acceptable to date 12-year-olds. Know what? We all know this. And then obviously we made boundaries. But to this day, there's still people trying to get at youngers. This is some kind of sick fetish. I'm scared. Like I said, what goes around comes around. I'm scared that eventually we'll go back to a universe where guys, where people see dating a 12-year-old as like an older man acceptable. At that point, I think I'm obviously being too pessimistic. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But it shows, man, there's some sick people in this world, bro. Sick people. Anyway, man, let's just get into the video. I've been waffling for too much already. Shout out Jamari, great content creator. Let's get to it, man.
So Lil Tay has always been a mystery online. For those of you who don't remember, back in 2016 to 2018, there was this little girl dubbed Lil Tay who went viral after she made countless videos flexing cars, money, and designer items.
You already know what it is. Lil Tay, the youngest flex of the century. I'm only 9 years old, but I'm richer than all y'all broke haters. This female kitchen is bigger than your whole entire living room, and I got 4 more houses. This costs more to your rent. My toilet costs more to your rent. Everything in my bathroom costs more to your rent. And see, this is my closet. Everything here would be designer. Gucci, Louis, Versace.
Now eventually it would leak that someone was essentially coaching her behind the scenes to say and do these outlandish things.
Bro, wait. Go back and say like, no, you broke ass bitch.
Lil Tay be popping on YouTube right.
You see what I'm saying? There's no 9-year-old, even if you're from the hood. I was about to say the end, but it's America, so you're from the hood. Even if you're from the hood, I'm telling you, there's no kid that's just going to say it Obviously, if you're from the end, your environment shapes who you are. So you know you act accordingly. So obviously, yeah, you see some like 9, 10 year olds speaking in a certain manner, but that's because the people around them speak like that. They pick it up, and you know what I'm saying. That's how it gets. You think Lil Tay lives in an environment, is being nurtured in an environment where she needs to speak like that, where she would pick up stuff like that? No, no. She's just speaking like that because of her brother, fam. You saw the way her brother. Come on, man.
Right now.
No, 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 no. Redo. You need to be like more ignorant. You have to be like, ooh, Lil Tay out here.
You still irrelevant, like I said last time. What do I say?
That is when everyone saw behind the curtain, and
You see what I'm saying? See that quick moment where she goes out of character and she goes back to pretty much being herself. Talk about some, what do I say? Like, not that deep, bro. These, like, the brother, the parents, these man, they were moving wild, They were really even trying to get clout off the 9 year old. Sometimes I think to myself, why would why would a family do this to their child? To get rich quick, to get some kind of attention? But it's like, bro, come on, man. It's sad.
the girl more or less disappeared after her mother, father, and brother started catching a lot of flack from people saying this was a form of abuse. Personally, I think that her brother was the one behind the persona, but it's kind of a mute point at this time. Then 2 years ago in 2023, she would return once again with another attempt to garner clout, where she and her brother literally faked their own deaths to try and create some buzz around the Lil Tay brand.
The teen rapper, whose real name is Claire Hope and who rose to fame online in 2018, has passed away.
Once this was outed as a hoax where they said they got hacked apparently, she would then return to her flexing, shit-talking ways.
5 years and y'all still broke. The GOAT is back. 5 years and I'm still the youngest one out. Yo hating ass bitches were hating on me when I was 9 years old, talking all this shit when you don't fucking know me. So stop fucking talking. You did not come up. You had 5 years to come up and you didn't.
She also spent time saying how her dad was a horrible person, that he was allegedly posting man looking for woman ads on Craigslist, feeding her a diabolical diet, making her wear undersized clothing, and that basically both he and his girlfriend needed to be investigated by CPS due to her horrible living conditions. And I guess that was her explanation as to where she had been. Other than that, she was still chasing clout, dropping bullshit music, and with these latest antics, it really just shows the disgusting nature of our current society. And though these tweets have now been deleted because they were against Twitter's TOS, I did screen grab them because I knew they were going to be important in the future. And so this entire situation kind of came across my radar when I saw this tweet. If this post gets 10k likes, I'll seriously consider making the OF. And I'm sure a lot of you in your head right now are thinking, well, how old is Lil Tay? It seemed like just a couple years ago, she was a very small girl. Well, as it turns out, time does fly, and this was actually posted 6 days before her 18th birthday. It seems like she's essentially been planning on having a very similar rollout as the Catch Me Outside Bad Barbie girl, who was also teasing a pay-for-play link on the days leading up to when she would be legal age to do that.
Like, for me, it's like this. These two knew what they were doing when they released the OF the moment they turned 18. For me, it's like if they ever tried to act innocent on a thing where, oh, a bunch of grown men were buying my OF, shut up. You put the OF out there and you made millions off of it. For me, like, I'm already thinking ahead. There's no way they're gonna act like that. They made millions off that OF. They can't just talk crap to the people that made them millionaires overnight. Overnight, bro. Insane. Brother, I seen the figures that Bad Baby made. I don't remember them off my head, but she made 8 figures apparently. Apparently made 8 figures in a year, bro. Come on, man. Are we crazy? What are guys doing? This is what I'm saying, guys. Like, guys must be demented or something to go out there first of all to get an OF, right? To pull out your wallet and put money on an OF. But to put out your wallet to put money on the OF or on the girl's OF, and she just barely turned 18, you're a nasty guy, fam. You're a nasty guy. And my problem is there's so many of them. There's so many of them. There's no way to control it. Anyway, I'm ranting. Let's go. Let's go.
You recently started an OnlyFans account, correct? Is it true you made over $1 million in your first 6 hours?
Yes.
This was also her bio this time, where she says, should I drop the link on my 18th birthday, June 29th? Then she got even bolder with her messaging, sharing a photo that I'm going to have to censor of Sabrina Carpenter posing nude on a Rolling Stone magazine. And she's once again asking, should I remake this on my OF if I make one on July 29th? And so she would pretty much continue with her ad campaign.
So it's my 18th birthday on July 29th. And every male has been counting down to it and literally telling me to drop the link the second I turn 18. Girly.
Did you just hear what she said? Guys were out here. Pretty much, come on, isn't this that's predatory behavior, bro? It has to be. These men are out here fully texting and talking about when you turn 18, make that with, drop that link, man. I need it. I need like it's some kind of addiction. Like they need, like, you know what I'm saying? That's disgusting work.
What do you think? Should I do it?
I mean, I won't lie to you guys, anyone who was counting down to this, like they had a little timer set on their phone, needs to be investigated by the FBI. She would then run a poll asking this same question, and 2/3 of the people said don't drop that link, don't ruin the rest of your life. Because honestly, once you go down that path, people are just going to look at you in a certain way.
Indeed. And the thing is, she did not need to go down this path. Lil Tay, she could have started streaming, man. She wouldn't have made $1 million in 3 hours, but she still would have had, most of her dignity at least. She could have turned around her whole thing, and she could have been popping on streaming, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? She could have actually had supporters. Do you know what I'm saying? She decided to go for the easy money. Do I blame her? A little bit, yeah, I do actually. Like, obviously it's gonna be her fault. She dropped the link, but at the end of the day, how should I say it? She doesn't look the worst here. You think to yourself, okay, but she made the link. She made the link because she knew what was gonna happen. She was going to make bread that day, that hour, that minute, that second. She knew she was gonna make hella bread. She was gonna make hella bread, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's the thing about easy money. Sure, man, but it's like it's going to affect it in the future. It really will.
Going to be very hard to get respect in other realms of your life. Just ask someone like Mia Khalifa, who spent, I believe, only a couple of months in the corn industry, and she's noted multiple times how it completely destroyed her from a mental standpoint, and also really limited her future career opportunities. And then she's just saying shit that has no correlation. So I'm mature enough to get death threats at 9, but not mature enough to launch an OF at 18. And this whole behavior would actually get her account suspended for around a week. But on Elon's Twitter, nothing is really forever, so she would find her way back to all the sick fucks. She would follow this up by saying, I'm 18 now, where are all the pay pigs?
I just want to say this as well. I know how Twitter is, how it works a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But look at the views to should I say the like to view correlation, bro. That's 5.2k. Millions of viewers, though. Millions of viewers. Do you know what I'm saying? Not a lot of them are liking it, but deep down, you know damn well, a lot of these men are paying for that OF. Because there's no way just 5,000 people. Well, to be fair, 5,000 people, it depends on how much they drop, really. Because if it's only 5,000 people and they're dropping that much money to the point where she makes $1 million in 3 hours, bro. Wow. Guys, I'm still baffled, man. $1 million in 3 hours. What would I even do if I made $1 million in 3 hours? In my head, I'm thinking I could possibly be a millionaire in the future, possibly. But to make $1 million in 3 hours, is insane, bro. I'm still caught up on that.
And to me, it's just so ironic because for years she was out here calling everyone broke, saying that they needed to get like her and get their bag up. And then the very second that she turns 18, the very second that she's eligible to do this shit, she's taking that dirty money, baby.
Y'all already know what the going on. Lil Tay's dropping the youngest link of the century. Mark your calendars tomorrow, 3 p.m. EST. And nobody, including my family, including the grown-ass haters, is gonna stop me. You know why? Lil Tay rich and finna get richer, bitch!
And I just have the feeling that no one in her life is actually trying to stop her from doing this. But I would say that most sensible people would not suggest making this type of life-altering decision the very second that you can. Especially where she has other like modern-day avenues such as streaming where she can still make money. And I actually have the
Yeah, I just mentioned that. Honestly, I saw this picture as well, and I wanted to say something. This guy looks like the type of guy to make Lil Tay do what she did when she was 9 years old, bro. Let's be real. Look at my man's face. Yeah, man. He looks like the type of guy to do that, bro.
feeling that her loser brother is still the one behind this entire fiasco. Just look at what he said. This was apparently during one of her Instagram live streams. And keep in mind, guys, this shit is just all for promo.
Why are you on live and telling people you're gonna drop a fucking link?
So I'm just gonna disappoint everybody that's been waiting since 2023 and even 2018 by not.
Bro, what in the?
She really said everyone who's been waiting.
Everyone who's been waiting since 2023, since 2018? Oh, we're doomed. Guys, I've been waiting since 20. Come on, man. Who? No. In 2018, who was texting Lil Tay about make a link? Who, bro? Please, bro. We need to check that moment. We need to check it. FBI, CIA, MI6, KGB, get on that. Get on them, please, bro.
Since 2018, which was, if I'm doing the math correctly, 7 years ago. You know, when she was 11 years old. I don't know, I just can't help but lose a little bit more faith in humanity as the days go by.
By not.
Bro, what in the Americanized capitalistic shit is this?
Capital? What? Everything
Terrible acting, by the way. Just wanted to say that.
is about the bag. You're just mad that you're broke. You're mad that no agency came to you before your 18th birthday and said, hey, we'll give you 30 to 40 mil to drop a link. Am I right or am I right?
Yeah, that's some capping ass bullshit. No one offered her $40 million to drop a link. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if her sick fuck of a brother wasn't the one recording the content.
That's a flex? That's a flex. It's not
I think 30
getting
M's
good
is a
grades
flex.
contributing something to society?
I get good grades from
Yo,
school.
get
Are
off.
you dead ass?
Bro, get the
Are we dead ass? The link is dropping whether you want it or not.
Get off alive.
She then would go on to say, I did it, link in bio, all content shot at 12:01 on my 18th birthday. And then she posts this picture where she's wearing this shirt that says corn star in training. I mean, I guess I just don't really see why some people, like, get off on this type of thing. Like, they want to see the girl's birth certificate to make sure they can goon to her the second she turns 18. They want the fucking hospital records. And I'm telling you guys, this shit is just so PDF coded, where she said,
Quick time as well. I know this is a bit off track, but bro, like a couple of months ago, I want to say, I think this even has to do with like the Drake situation. I can't lie, when he kissed like a 17-year-old brought onto stage and everything like that. I don't want to make this about Drake. That's not even what it is. My thing is more like of like celebrities in general. Some celebrities. All of these accusations of them dealing with youngers, and like it got me thinking, do people just get like so bored of dealing with women their age, sometimes even 10 years younger, depending if let's say if a guy's like 36, you're dealing with a woman that's around your age, 34, 33, 32, 30, you know, you get bored of that. You deal with a girl that's 26, you get bored of that. You go 24, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, sometimes even to the point where you meet her when she's 16, now you're waiting for her to turn 18. Like, this is a real thing with these Hollywood man. This is a real thing, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not even like, oh, like I'm just waffling. This is a real thing between that society, bro. It's like, These man must like get so bored. They actually like get some kind of thrill by like bordering on, you know what I'm saying, between the legal and illegal. Do you know what I'm saying? It's nasty work.
It's freshly 18, please don't tell my mom. My 18th birthday exclusive shots at 12:01, only available for 24 hours. And it's just one of those things where I don't care if it's technically legal. This is just a disgusting thing for not only her to do, but obviously for everyone who goes and subscribes to this or looks forward to this type of thing. To me, it's like you were just so unbelievably down bad, and you need to end up on some sort of list because you're just playing on such a slippery slope. But apparently, guys, I'm the crazy one, because she says she made $1 million in 3 fucking hours. $1 million, Lil Tay just broke the fuck out of OF. And it's just so funny to me that this has now become something to, like, be proud of. There's, like, a sense of accomplishment. And in the modern day, there's also this sense like, oh, if it's making money, it's okay. Look, she made $1 million. While everyone else is slaving away, they can't even pay their bills. They don't even have a place to live.
Who the heck is this guy? He looks like I can't like he looks like Speed's little brother. If I'm honest, I don't know if
They
that's
can
him though.
barely afford the groceries, and then she just has life on easy mode. And then she finally shares all the money she made in apparently 3 hours. And she shares these alleged numbers where she got around $500,000 from personal messages, $26,000 in tips, and $500,000 in subscriptions, totaling to over $1 million in the first 3 hours. So yeah, it's essentially just the same thing that we saw with Bad Baby a couple years back. I do think that she was even more successful in her 18th birthday OF venture. And while I'm sure some of you will disagree with me, I don't know, something about this just feels like slimy as fuck to me. It feels disgusting. And it's just crazy to see the now effects of someone who was exploited in their early childhood and taught all these bad lessons about life and money and flexing on people and looking down on others, has now chose to in turn exploit herself the very first chance that she gets. I also don't think that social platforms should be okay with hosting this type of message, especially if someone's trying to do this thing when they're still like 17 years old. I don't get why you would allow them to promote themselves in that way on your platform, because a lot of these tweets, they aren't going viral because people are actually sharing them. They're going viral because the new Twitter algorithm literally just chooses to put them on people's profile. All of these have like millions upon millions of impressions. I don't know, I just hope that none of y'all out there are subscribing to this type of shit. I mean, to me, it's like one of those things, like you never have a second thought as you're entering your credit card, debit.
No. I'ma just say this as well for the people who actually went out of their way to pay for the OnlyFans and send a message and all of that. You're sick. I don't know what to tell you. You're sick. Cause I'm assuming the guys who are doing this are already like older. Pardon me. They're already older, right? Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, you're man are nasty. Man are disgusting. But like I said, there's so many of them, and obviously the internet is such a vast space. You can't just just point out everyone, unfortunately, and it is what it is. I kind of this video just goes to show every time humanity does something good, three bad things are done. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, it is what it is, innit? I'ma leave it here, man.